This is going to be the Season 2 finale of Make Genoa Great Again, our rebuild of Genoa Cricket and Football Club. Now I was just going to play one game and then just go to the season review. However, we're currently in 9th place, 2 points away from the European playoff spots, the spots to get into European football. We've got a game in hand on Fiorentina and Roma, and if we win that, we potentially can go into one of the spaces there. So we've got 4 games to go through today. I'm going to do it like we did with the last season end. In Season 1, we're going to play through the games, and then I'm going to come and give a highlight at the end at full-time whistle. But since the Lazio game, we've beaten Salernitana 3-0. Lucas Casavenda, he's having a fantastic kind of series and season with us so far. 8 goals, 4 assists, 1 player of the match in 12 games since he did join us for 2.2 million. He's currently unhappy at the club, finding it difficult to settle in the area. Hopefully he'll just have to put up with that. Then followed by a 2-0 win against Udinese. Retegui with 2. Retegui also got 2 in the Salernitana game. And then against Bologna, Retegui and Casavenda both getting the goals there. And then Retegui, he's been on fantastic form in the last 5 or 6 games, getting another goal. We beat Juventus 1-0. Looking at Retegui going forward, he's currently on 16 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the matches in the Serie A this season. He got 23 last season, so he's a little bit off the pace, but yeah, a slow start. I suppose the injury to him didn't quite help either. At the wanted list as well, Inter, Juventus and Atletico Madrid are all after Retegui again. Today's game, however, is going to be against Frosinone, Cremonese, I think I butchered that wrong last time, Empoli and Lazio. Yeah, we'll see how we do get on against these. Hopefully we don't have to rely on Lazio game to win, to get into European places, but we'll see how far we go on, and I'll see you there. Hit the intro. So coming into the last 10 minutes for Genoa versus Frosinone, we are winning 1-0, and we have got another goal. Bastoni outside the box. What a goal that was. Fantastic. Into the top left hand corner. Lovely stuff to see. I'm currently playing on commentary only, with the highlights being the goals as well. And we have won this one 2-0. Where does that put us in the league? I mean, Retegui with a goal. Bastoni with a goal as well. You know what? Excellent win. We need to raise the morale of these players for the last 4 games of the season. Well, 3 now. And we have gone into 7th. And we're 3 points away from Champions League football. Could be an exciting end to the season. Now, coming into the last 15 minutes against Cremonese, I'm hoping there's no highlight at all. We are winning 1-0 currently. Retegui, we have got a second goal by the looks of this here. Again, I am playing commentary only with goals as highlights. As Morstedt gets us into a 2-goal advantage, this should be game over. Probably time to make a couple of subs as well. We're looking at Esposito, bring you off. You're not Vitic, yeah, you can go in. Terracciano, for wisdom of May. I mean, Bastoni, who else is our midfielder in here? Amiri. And then Vidovic will bring you off as well for Casavienda. And hopefully, no more highlights. It will end 2-0. And we will get a scary win. Who's injured now? Nandez? Oh no. We've made all our subs. Nandez, unlucky. But looking at the result, 5 on target. Cremonese haven't had a single shot on target. Very nice to see for Genoa. As good as winners you're likely to see. I'm trying to get our morale back up in the last few games, so praises all around. And we're currently in 7th on 63 points. but so are Atalanta. We've got Empoli to play, and then Lazio. Let's make these live ones. Big game today against Empoli. De Gea in goal, Terracciano, Lovato, Capolo and Asnu as our back line. Bastoni, Amiri in the middle, Casavienda, Vidovic and Sibiri. 3 players just behind Morstedt. Now, Retegui got injured for 7 weeks. So he's going to miss the whole season now, which is going to make this a little bit more difficult. But we are playing Empoli. They're currently in 18th position. Whether they're going to be fighting for their lives like Cremonese and Frosinone were, I'm not too sure just yet. Now, do we praise them? Do we pump our fists? Show that the recent praise is justified. I'll be honest, if we need to go into playing Lazio needing a win, I'm not too sure if we will get that. What I will do actually is take it off commentary only onto key highlights, and we're going to demand more as well. So Empoli, I mean, a win would get them out of the bottom relegation zone. They survived last season, on the last day of the season as well. You don't need a win here. You don't need a win, although we definitely do need a win. A draw gets us into 6th place, level on points with Atalanta, but a win would put us on a better footing. Obviously Lazio, it's all just difficult, and there's been no highlights at all in this. There is a highlight now, as Haas is going to take a free kick. Just don't put it up in there, please. It's gone over the bar. It's fine, but not a lot's happened from this game so far. Very unusual stuff. We've had no highlights whatsoever, and hopefully that can change going into the next 45 minutes. We're going to demand more as well. Did we change it onto key highlights? We have. So Lovato is going to give it to Capolo. Into Amiri. Deep line playmaker here. Sibiri now. Back to Capolo. I mean, bit of a long pass there. A lot of space that could have been intercepted, so not too pleased with that. Terracciano with the ball now. Will he give it to Casavienda? He will. Sibiri at the back post. Sibiri puts it in for us. We needed this win. Well done, Sibiri. He's made it up to me since his sending off against Lazio in the first leg. Still, it would have changed how the Europa League went, but we're not gonna reminisce too much on that. We're not going to dwell too much on that either, and we are going to demand more. 30 minutes to go. I mean, Amiri's on a 6.4, Morstedt's on a 6.3, which is pretty poor. But Asnu now, with the throw-in, we've tried to sign him on a free. He's not interested in joining us, so he'll be going back to Bayern next season. Sibiri into the box, off the bar. That would have been pretty game set and match for Empoli, as Malay does clear it for them as well. Let's make a couple of changes. It's 15 minutes to go. We're going to bring Vitic in for Amiri, who's on a booking. We'll drop you back round again. Morstedt for Edison Cavani. I mean, Sibiri, Vidovic and Casavienda, they're not doing too badly, so I'm not going to make too much of a change there. Although Asnu is on a 6.4, so Antonio Gallo we're going to bring in, hopefully to shore up the defence. But we're going to encourage them as well. It's 1-0. Another goal would be much appreciated, but we are into the last 10 minutes. Terracciano into Vidovic. Bastoni now. I mean, they are pushing us, Empoli, here, so we're gonna time waste. You know what, let's be more direct as well. I don't get pushed up into the back. We won't play out of the defence either. We're gonna slow our tempo down, but be more direct. And we'll stick with that just for now. As De Gea hits it long up to Sibiri. No header there. Bring it down, Sibiri. Has lost out to Stojanovic. Wailu hits it long. 2 players have gone for that. Lovato gives it to Casavienda. Over the top to Vidovic. Please make it 2. It has been taken away by Luperto. Casavienda wins it back though. Bastoni. Sibiri's on his own over on the left, but he has given it to Casavienda. Lovely touch into the box. Pass it across. He's gone for goal. He's gone for 2-0. Lovely stuff. This is going to set up a monster game against Lazio. Now, we beat them 2-0 in the Europa League semi-final, but we lost on penalties. Can we get another game like that? Casabianda, lovely first touch into the box. That was his 9th of the season, I believe. Fantastic finish, and that should be all she wrote for the Empoli game. Although there is a sting in the tail potentially. Stojanovic gives it to Kovalenko. Ballardinelli, Cavani wins it off him. 38 years old Cavani, what have you got in your locker? Gives it to Casabianda. Let the other players do the running for you, Cavani. Sabiri now, into Vitic. I mean, we are pushing up actually here on the left. Sabiri, Vidovic, great save. Who's that? Okoye. Cool, calm and collected. In goal. It is going to be a corner from this as well. Capolo and Sabiri both hanging around. Vidovic just whip it in. None of them get onto it. Leperto has headed it clear. Vitic now. I mean, he is our centre-back DM trying to take on down the left wing. I think this is game over. Gallo into Vidovic. Back to Gallo. Whips it in. Casabianda at the back post. Has been headed away. Terracciano to Vitic. Into Bastoni. I mean, on the left you got Gallo if you want it. Inside to Casabianda. Vidovic. I mean, is that a penalty? Is that offside? I think Casabianda might have been offside there. But Vidovic has put it into the net. Not sure if this will count, if we're being honest. VAR are going to check it. And it has been awarded. Lovely stuff. 3-0. Just what you want. Vitic into Bastoni. I thought Gallo would have got it over on the left-hand side. But Vidovic picks it up. Okoye could have done more. We couldn't have done any more though. Is there another highlight here? There is another highlight. Is it going to be 4? Come on, we want 4. We're going to demand more. Gallo. Into Bastoni. Poor pass to Vitic. Caputo now. Kovalenko. Into Cancellieri. Good save by De Gea. Cancellieri is a player that we are potentially looking at if Empoli do get relegated. Again, I want to build more of an Italian spine to our team now. We are getting further into the game save as well. 2 seasons in. Lovato finds Casabianda on the right. I mean, Spendi upends him. And it is a free kick. Is this worthy of anything? A yellow card? I mean, come on, Football Manager. Are we on full game? No. Still key highlights. Again, I'll be happy for 4, but you can just end it now. Don't worry about it. Sabiri. Deep free kick. What can he do? Whips it back post to Vitic. Headed away. I mean, is this just going to end the highlight? Gallo's gone for a long pass to Sabiri. Sabiri into... yeah. Weird Football Manager highlight. We're used to them by now. And that is game, set and match. Lovely 3-0 win against Empoli. All to play for now on the last game of the season. Retegui is missing. How are we looking? I mean, it's all down to Lazio. If Lazio don't win their game in hand, I think we could be guaranteed football in Europe. Napoli and Atalanta to play. Atalanta beat Udinese, which isn't good for us. But there are other teams that we can look for. So Genoa enter Europa Conference League race. And Napoli have won the Italian Cup, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen going forward with European competitions. But for now, let's go to Lazio. If we avoid defeat, we've got European football. Right, so here we are. Lazio, again, if we get another win today, we're guaranteed European football. Let's just get into it. Let's not beat around the bush. Vidovic is starting up front for us this time. And hopefully, we are missing Retegui. We are missing him. Give the fans, exact revenge. Yes. Always go with revenge. If we can avoid defeat, we're definitely guaranteed European football. If we win, we could be guaranteed Champions League football, depending on how Atalanta and Napoli both perform. But first highlight is to ourselves. Papetti across to Hefty. We're going to demand more as well. Hefty into the box. Vidovic has scored the goal. Fantastic. Apparently was only commentary. For some reason it switched back. 1-0 Genoa. Fantastic stuff for us there. And we go into 4th place. Can we see the latest scores? Napoli against Milan. Napoli have got 1-0 up. Maybe that's kind of shattered our dreams a little bit there. As Bastoni now is going to throw it in. Sabiri to Amiri. Nice little run by Amiri here. They've sat off him. Is that Ravella that's let him do it? No. Immobile's just let him just go on a gander himself. And as we stand, things are looking well. Touch wood. Bastoni into Sabiri. Papetti now. Into Amiri. Back to Papetti. Lovato. Esposito now. Long ball across to Sabiri. I mean, Hysaj has taken it off from Gila as well. Gendouzi back to Providel. I mean, we are at home, which is one of our... Oh, Vidovic. Go on, Vidovic. Oh, Vidovic. 2-0. Love that. I was going to say, we are at home, which is a good thing for us. And Vidovic with his 2nd goal of the game. Lovely stuff. Lovely finish. Past Providel. I mean, we can relax a little bit now. But now I care about Napoli and Milan. Vidovic, lovely stuff. Stole it from Romagnoli. Lovely, lovely to see. Now, let's go back. Oh no, spoke too soon. Ravella, he's going to whip it in. Gila at the back post, off the crossbar. Samardic just clears it away. Ruggieri out on the left. What's he going to do? Nothing has happened from there. Right, latest scores. Napoli Milan is what we care about here. Can it change around? No, we can't catch Milan. So as we stand, Europa League football again for us. You know what? Let's take charge. Vidovic with 2 goals is lovely to see. Now if we get a draw in here, I mean, we still need Milan to score a goal and us to win. Lovato heads it. It has gone just wide. You know what? We're going to tell them to encourage. We're going to encourage them to keep going as they are. Milan, still waiting for a goal there for Milan. Ravella now. Sabiri heads it clear. Who's going to chase him down? No one's going to chase down Gila. Casavenda has left it. De Gea's come out. Clean catch. Takes it away from Immobile. Lovely to see as we are. Rolls it out to Lovato. I mean, Lovato's on a booking. Papetti's on a 6.7, but we won't make too many changes to the back. Samardic and Casavenda both not playing to their ability. Samardic even being injured as well. Long ball over the top to Sabiri. Ruggieri loses out. Vidovic hat-trick. Vidovic hat-trick. There we go. Guaranteed now. European football. It all comes down to Milan and Napoli. We can relax a little bit with Vidovic. Come on, Milan. Get a goal. Get a goal, Milan. As we run forward once again. Samardic into Hefty. Back to Amiri. Loses out there. Marcos Alonso. Why couldn't we have done this in the Europa League game? Pedro now to Marcos Alonso. Long ball out onto the right to Hysaj. You know what, we're going to demand more of them because Immobile has just got a goal back. Kind of hoping we haven't got complacent here. I mean, the Ranier is going to come on. Vidovic, we're going to bring you off for Cavani. Probably his last game of his career with us. Casavenda for Hoydonk and Lovato. I mean, there is Capolo. We're going to bring Capolo on. We'll save one more substitute for the last 20 minutes. Amiri now to Lovato. Who else is looking slightly... You know, Bastoni potentially could come off. Let's just bring him off for Siberia. Lovato now. Esposito. Back to Lovato. Hefty. Big ball over the top to Sabiri. And it was a nothing highlight. But Amiri has got the ball from a free kick and whips it in. Papetti at the back post. Just over the bar with Providel. Milan are drawing against Napoli. I've just seen we have just gone above them. Hefty now into Esposito, Van Hooijdonk, Amiri, loose. Okay, we can't lose this now. Positive into a balanced. And let's get some time wasted in as well. Slower our tempo down. Be more disciplined. Take that off as well. In transition, you know, regroup and hold shape. Slow the pace down. We need the win. And the fact that Milan are drawing as well. Ranier into the box. Oh, what a goal by Ranier. 4-1. His third of the season for us. What a lovely finish that was. Was it Hefty with the ball in? Wonderful. 45,000 spent from Ranier. Oh no, it wasn't. Was it Hefty? It was Hefty. Ranier, beautiful run there into the box. Denk ball. Half volleyed into the top corner. Now I am still interested in the Milan game. They are drawing with Napoli. Are they drawing? They're winning. Go on. I think we've somehow got Champions League football here. Why have I just clicked on Arnautovic? Go back. I mean, barring us conceding 3 goals in the next 2 minutes, we are going to demand more. Pepetti heads it clear. Up to Cavani. Immobile now on the right hand side. He's got a lot of space here. Too much space. He's found the net. There's 2 goals in it now. I mean, Lazio have already broken our hearts once this season. Let's not have it done again. Milan are still winning. They're still winning. I think we've got Champions League football here. We've won 4-2. Fantastic stuff there. You know, outstretch our arms. As good as winning you're likely to see. It was fantastic against Lazio. And apparently we've won 10 consecutive competitive matches in a row. And Atalanta have just come at the end and won. Well, isn't that gutting? Isn't that gutting? Not Champions League football. Europa League. Oh, Atalanta with 2 late goals. Have they gone up on goal difference? They've done it on goal difference. Fair play to Atalanta. European football anyway for us this season. Champions League would have been too far. We would have been absolutely embarrassed in the Champions League. But end of the season review. Let's get to it. Let's see what our budget's going to be like as well. An interesting transfer window to come. Now we've had one player named in the team of the year. That is David De Gea. This team is absolutely dominated by Inter Milan. Tammy Abraham and Kavica, the Georgian from Napoli, rounding out the yeah. How are we going to take over this Inter team? I have no idea. But anyway, end of season review coming up next. Just thought it'd be nice just to show that we have a player that's worthy of one of the best in Serie A. Now, it's going to be fun. Transfer budget of 0. Here we are, end of season review for Genoa. We won't make this as long as we normally do. So, signing of the season is Lucas Casavenda, and why not? Played 19 games, 8 goals, 5 assists, average rating of 7.10, which is actually quite low. And also, another signing of the season, I keep forgetting it was this season that we bought him, Gabriel Vidovic, 8.5 million from Bayern Munich. 45 appearances, 16 goals, 9 assists. Fantastic season for us. A couple of non-starters, however. Lorenzo Luca just didn't do it. Didn't do what we wanted. 6'7". I wanted a big, powerful target man. Just hasn't hit the form that we wanted him to do. But to be fair, with Retegui being kind of on form as he has, he was never gonna dethrone Retegui. And if we look at Max Marstedt as well, so Luca, yep, he has got the mentals on him. He's taller, a bit more attacking, a bit more physical as well. So we have got 2 good young players to kind of sit behind in the pecking order. And also, you know, Hernandez bought him in on a free. Esposito, 1.7 million. Only a C. I don't agree with that at all. Capolo, probably paid too much for him. 4 million for Diego Capolo. Antonino Gallo, an A+ signing at 1.4 million. He was very good, very consistent left back for us. Ranier, 45 grand brought in. He's played 13 games, 3 goals and 2 assists. Not too bad at all. Moments to remember. Obviously in the Serie A, I so thought we got Champions League football at the end then. I was actually quite excited. Lost out due to a last minute goal. But fair play to Atalanta. We are taking your best goalkeeper next season though, so enjoy that. Moments to remember. Obviously, Genoa, we beat Palermo 6-1. In the Europa League, we beat Slavia Prague 2-0, and then goal of the season is Eric Sanchez in one of the first games of the season as well. Let's have a look at it. I'm sure this is like the thunderbolt that he hits on the half volley. Oh, this formation, how we used to play you. We are going to watch these goals now. I think Eric Sanchez, he is like the thunderbolt from kind of outside the box here. Lovato, back to Papetti, into Sanchez. Wow, wasn't really a thunderbolt. Different goal I was thinking of. But still, a very nice goal there from Eric Sanchez. Wonder how he's getting on now. Can we have a look at how he's getting on? He did leave us to go to Torino. Played a lot of games for Torino as well. Fair play, he's made the most of his money there. 7.5 million was sold for Eric Sanchez. Now we're still club reputation, Saloni National at 3 stars. Been no change there. Sponsorship wise, however, that's gone up to 10 million. Broadcast revenue up 7 million from last season. No, it's not. It's up 9 million from last season. Corporate's gone up by 300,000. Competition prize money 10 million more we have earned from last year. Commercial sales 13,209 shirts sold. Nandez, Amiri, Cavani, Vidovic and Retegui still the number 1. I'm still waiting for my shirt. Please deliver it sometime soon. I want to have Retegui on the back when I win the Champions League with Genoa, or at least the Serie A. You know, I'm not going to be too fussy with this. So accolades, this was our best 11. De Gea, Dragusin, Papetti and Lovato with Gallo at the back. Esposito, Amiri and Frendrup. Baldanzi, he got a bad injury towards the end, which is a shame. Still out for another 2 weeks. He's had a very good season with us. 10 games in the Europa League, 1 player of the match, 2 assists and 3 goals, 7.32 rating. He had a good European campaign there. 21 games in the Serie A, 1 player of the match, 4 assists and 3 goals. Get back soon, King. Vidovic and Retegui as our main strikers. I mean, Vidovic did really well in the Serie A. 10 goals, 6 assists and 3 player of the matches in 32. In the Europa League, 6 goals, 2 assists and 1 player of the match in that competition. And then Retegui, unfortunately, he's only out for 2 weeks now at least. But 18 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the matches in the Serie A. 7.26 rating as an average. And then in the Europa League, 4 goals, 3 assists and 2 player of the matches. I don't see us bringing in a striker to replace Retegui, so I just hope he enjoys staying at Genoa. So player awards now. Fans player of the season was Retegui, who also picked up the top goal scorer, most assists, most player of the matches as well. Young signing of the season, or young player of the season, was Gabriel Vidovic, along with signing of the season as well. Goal of the season, obviously Eric Sanchez, which you've already seen. Highest average rating was David De Gea. Now, he's out of contract at the end of the season. With 0 transfer budget, do we move him on, knowing that we have Carnesecchi coming in? One to think about. And most passes completed was Papetti. Record breakers for the season. Most assists with 10 with Retegui. Most player of the matches with 8, Retegui as well. Worst discipline was Hefty. 10 yellow cards and 1 red. Naughty boy. Fastest goal, Vidovic in 29 seconds. And the oldest goal scorer was Edison Cavani at 38 years of age. I mean, he only got 1 goal. Is he worth another contract? Maybe. He wants a lot of money though, so maybe not. But he's good for the dynamics. Finally, we've won over the players again with the club atmosphere and the support. And looking at the hierarchy, I mean, Retegui, Cavani and De Gea are up there. If we lose both of these as our team leaders, we may struggle a little bit. But again, that's one for the transfer window. History in the making. We did well. Another late charge. We did this last season. We had a late charge. Sorry, I just saw this here. Serie A losers. A team can only take so many L's until it moves quickly from tragedy to comedy. The 3 Genoa succumbed in a row marked a new look away now record. Really? 3 losses in a row? Oh well. And if you look at the timeline for this season, we made 33 million in transfers, spent 31.5 million, developing talent as well. In the Next Gen Awards, see Adam Asno. Now, I think he's not interested in joining us. He isn't, fair enough. But there is also, where's he gone? Johan N. Ganzardi. Not sure why he's in the Next Gen, but he's joining us at the end of the season when his loan finishes at Standard Liège. Now, with the transfer budget being 0, are we going to potentially bring in some young players in to flip them for a profit? We'll have to have a look. And that is it. Overall best 11 for the squad. I think this is just the last couple of seasons. Malinowski's in there. Strootman also did leave us and went to Astana. He's out of contract in 6 months. Do you want to come back? Probably not. Malinowski, have you recovered yet? Yeah, he has recovered. Maybe. Would you be interested, Malinowski? We'll get a scout report. You know, he kind of died when he played for us, so it'd be nice to bring him back. And our season review says supporter profile, play high pressing tempo, which I think we kind of do there. Defensively solid football. Get the better of our rival Sampdoria if we happen to play them. Not next season. Sampdoria are going nowhere. So club vision expectations, just going to accept that. It is what it has been last season. Squad dynamics are here as well. Now, end of season team meeting. I think just mid-table. Yep. You know, we're doing quite well in the Europa League. And we'll just click through that. Slightly positive. That is fine. And then lastly, training camp destination. Where are we going to go? Currently in Italy. We went to Austria last time. It didn't quite work out, so we'll stick with what we have there. And I think that is pretty much where we're going to go. So, seamless as always. Oh, Garcia sacked by Napoli. Interesting. Anyway, we will be back for another transfer special. Let me know if you enjoyed the last one we did, or do make it a slightly more condensed one. I mean, I do enjoy the transfer aspect of Football Manager. I love the contracts, I love the negotiating, and having 0 transfer budget to spend kind of makes me a little bit excited that we have to do a lot more wheeling and dealing. But for now, if you've liked what you've seen, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time when we try to make Genoa great again. Goodbye.